think the governor is being haunted by his past. You will recall the very shameful election they did during the local government election. I use that word carefully, election, because to call it an election would be an aberration. They used their security agencies to wreak havoc on people, including even those who were contesting against them. Their SEC, which is the State Electoral Commission, was at their beck and call. So I think these are all the stories that is making him believe that this election too might not go his way. I was at the stakeholders meeting that INEC called, and I was shocked when the chairman of PDP actually stood up to request that they want the result sheets to be signed by the administrative secretary of INEC. And the national chairman had to tell him that it was not their business to tell INEC who will sign the result sheet. That was the height of impunity for a participant to now dictate to the referee who will be the referees in the match, or how they would write the final result sheet. That would tell you that they have been so used to manipulating the process, and they are not comfortable with a process that they cannot manipulate. 4 years ago, we had an election for governor between the APC and PDP. And the same federal government that is APC did not manipulate the process. In fact, I recall that the governor praised the impartiality of the security agencies. So what has changed? The only thing that has changed is that the governor has done his 8 years, and it's clear everywhere he has gone to that Edo people believe he has done badly. And because of that, he cannot be in a position to bring a successor, more or less a stranger, that has no track record, that nobody knows. He's trying to bring a full-grown adult, as if he's a child, to introduce him to Edo people. And the people are saying no. They don't want a governor that has to be introduced to them. They want a governor that they know. So all this cry about commissioner, about INEC, they are like spoiled children who must have their way. And if they don't have their way, they begin to cry. You know, Governor Baseki must be told that he has no say in who is commissioner in Edo State, commissioner of police. He has no say in who is INEC. They are clear down rules. This is the governor that told his party, do not sign the peace accord. And shockingly, his candidate, who is supposed to be a very senior lawyer, allowed that to happen. They refused to sign. So what are they telling Edo people? That they want to unleash violence on Edo people during elections? And so because of that, they want a commissioner of police who will turn a blind eye to the rubbish that they did. Like when somebody was killed, the inspector that was attached to our candidate, and nothing was done about it. Is that the kind of law and order that they want? They should be told clearly that it's not their duty to dictate to the relevant agencies about how the election will be conducted. We subscribe to a free, fair, and peaceful election. And we believe by the grace of God that we'll win. Our greatest selling point is that they have failed woefully, and their candidate is unknown. But our own candidate has a track record. And we believe that the two people will give us a chance, because the only time we had meaningful governance in this state was when APC was in government. So the choices are obvious. So they are not in a position to dictate at all. And I think that they should be ignored.
Okay. No, as you said, the governor, no governor really has a say in the posting of a commissioner of police to their state. Now, the other matter is that the SPOs, so-called supervisory presiding officers that INEC has appointed, they are alleging that that might also be an issue. And you just spoke now about the peace accord that the ruling party, led by the governor, and led by the governor, their refusal to sign that accord. What do you think this means? What is the import, if anything, of this? Okay, let me try again. It looks like you didn't hear me. Whereas I understand.
Well,
okay,
by not
please continue.
signing
Go ahead.
the peace accord, based on the instruction of Governor Obaseki, Asuma Ighodaro has nailed his defeat. He has made it clear that it's not his man, that whatever he will be do will be determined by what Governor Obaseki dictates to him. Because I cannot imagine how you, as a contestant, will listen to a suggestion that says that you should not sign for peace during the election. That is ridiculous. So, for me, he has clearly shown that he's not his own man, and that perhaps in his gratitude for Obaseki bringing him to a strait he has abandoned all these years, he's willing to do anything that he tells him to do. Those states do not want a stooge. We do not want a puppet. We do not want a governor who do not have his mind. We do not want a governor who cannot dictate, who cannot differentiate between what is right and what is wrong. For us, signing that peace accord is a sign of good faith. If you want peace, sign that you want peace. There's no people are peace-loving. I want the election to be very free, very fair, and very peaceful. So we are going to do everything to ensure that we play our part, and we want to encourage the security agencies to deal ruthlessly with anybody that tries to manipulate, intimidate, or harass the electorate on that day. People must be allowed to go and vote unmolested. They should be allowed to vote for who they want without inducement and without fear or favor.
Still on the integrity of the upcoming election, these supervisory presiding officers that the ruling party also complained about, you know, your commentary on that.
Well, the way Governor Obaseki is crying wolf, I believe that he's trying to lay a foundation for going to court after the election. Well, I sympathize with him if he believes that there's no way he would win, but let him put the blame where the blame should be. The blame should not be on anybody tampering with the process. I want to tell you categorically that APC as a party has no hand in who becomes INEC officials. That is the purview of INEC. Obaseki can be talking about that because when they had the opportunity to conduct local government elections, we know that everybody that was involved were card-carrying members of the PDP. But we do not follow that route. And we thank God that we have an independent electoral commission at the federal level who does what they do. And their own recruitment is their own recruitment. So I want to assure you that we are more interested in working, selling ourselves to the electorate, and getting their vote. We are not interested in trying to manipulate the process. And I want to tell even PDP members that by the cries of Governor Obaseki, they too must realize that the man has